How's everyone doing? This is Will.
How's everyone doing? This is Matt.
Welcome to the first episode of
Savants Tech Talk. So obviously we can't hide this. We're all going through this whole COVID-19 pandemic together. So hopefully you're all doing well and keeping safe.
Yeah, me and Matthew, we're just chilling here under this aurora light, but we hope you're doing fine. As developers and engineers, we need to continue honing our craft and work on our technical stack. So today we're actually going to talk about one of the most popular programming languages out there in the market right now.
Today what we're going to talk about is Python. To start off, we're going to talk about what exactly is Python and why is it so popular amongst the developers community?
So Python is an interpreted high-level general-purpose programming language. Interpreted means it's not compiled prior to its execution. As you're running Python code, you're actually translating it to the machine code on the fly by something called an interpreter. So this makes Python relatively easy to test and to modify. So imagine you're just scripting some simple task. Python is extremely easy to test out what are the results of this automation script. And it is really fun to use. The name Python is actually a tribute to the British comedy group called Monty Python. It gained significant amount of traction after 2016. And since then, it has been widely used by a lot of different industries like in the FinTech fields or machine learning, artificial intelligence, as well as web development. It is extremely easy to use and it's also very useful in the market right now.
So compared to other programming languages, so for somebody who's starting out as a developer, is Python something that's easier to learn than most other languages? What's the learning curve on Python like?
Yeah, so Python has a relatively low learning curve, meaning that it's actually really easy to pick up the language. It's very similar to the plain English language, and it's especially good for someone like a data-related professional, right? Say if you're a data analyst and you want to pick up a programming language and you didn't go to university for software engineering or computer science, Python is a great place to start. It's really easy to get your hands on it, and it's really easy to pick up.
Okay, so just because it's easy to learn doesn't necessarily mean it's easy to use. You can learn how to use something, but it's still a pain to use. Oh. Is Python like that, or is Python something that's got a good user experience to it as well?
I think I can totally relate to that. Not sure other people can relate. I would say like assembly is easy to learn, but not really easy to use. Anyway, the syntax for Python is relatively easy and simple. It is very readable. So yes, it is definitely easy to use. And also there are lots of built-in data structures such as list and dictionary that allow you to construct runtime data structure very easily. You can do a lot of different analysis and report without installing any type of third-party library and just write out a report like that using the existing commonly used data structures that's offered by Python.
So another thing is Node.js has something like, for example, NPM that can be used to connect with third-party modules. Does Python have anything like that?
Yeah, Python has something called PyPy, which stands for Python Package Index. And it offers a lot of third-party modules which allow people to gain access and interact with other platforms. So it's easy to use Python to integrate with some other platforms or some of the other technology stacks. It's as simple as using just one command to install all of these third-party packages that PyPy offers.
So once you learn how to use Python, what are some of the jobs you can get with it? What are some of the areas you can work in?
So Python, like I mentioned earlier, is widely used in different industries, but it's most commonly seen in the field of data engineering and machine learning. If you're a data scientist, chances are you're going to be working with Python a lot, and it's likely going to be on the job requirement, as well as Nowadays, some of the financial analysis job, where a lot of the jobs were that were previously done manually are now being automated. So a lot of the employers are now looking for Python for financial analyst type of jobs. Not to mention that there's also web backend development type of positions that require frameworks like Django or Flask that are powered by Python, which developers can learn and essentially work with these frameworks. There's a lot of powerful websites that are developed with those two frameworks. So yeah, machine learning engineer, data scientist, data engineer, financial analyst, web developer, and sometimes even blockchain engineers are required to learn or know about Python, because there's a lot of open source libraries that are written in Python, such as like the Exchange library. And last but not least, DevOps engineer or cloud engineer. A lot of the automation script is written in Python. If you're an AWS specialist, you will likely need to know about Python because there's this very famous library that allows cloud engineer to perform a lot of tasks on cloud called Boto or Boto 3.
So there you have it. There's a little bit about Python, what exactly it is, how easy it is to learn, how easy it is to use, and some of the industries you will be working in if you learn how to use Python. Please feel free to give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you have any additional questions. We are more than happy to answer your questions.
Or send an email to info@fintelics.com.